Yeah, what a bleak
I
place.
think a vampire would be right at home in this place. You'd be wrong. Let's just find my mother and get out of here, quickly.
Yes, I don't like this place either. Look at it. Somewhere over here.
Ugh, the smell here. Let's try to handle this quickly.
Luckily I'm wearing a mask, so...
I live in a dark world where no light shines through. I carry this burden with every step I take.
Look at the sky. What kind of place is this?
Yeah, a bleak and forbidding place, Sarah, that's what it is. Well... let's hope I get back to Zora quickly.
Look at the sky. What kind of place is this?
Left her behind just to guard the portal. Hopefully it won't close when we're in here.
Leave me be.
Okay. What the heck's these green things? Oh, that's how they work, okay. Soldier, might have guessed. What's this? A page of a journal of some sort. Wonder who left that here. Right. Oh, Zora, be safe. Be as quick as I can. Yeesh. See, can you imagine spending eternity here? Oh. Well, when I die, I certainly don't want to be using an enchantment, put it that way. That's for sure.
Is there no end to this nightmare?
Well, can't really help you, I don't know.
You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
You're what? Who's Arvak?
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
I can imagine that, so I'm trying to spend as little time here as possible. How can I help him if I see him?
Arvak? Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
Oh, well. Okay. It's not why we're here. Kind of fine, but I'm not gonna make my way to do it. Oh, there's more of this place.
Madness. It was madness to attack that coven of witches. Why didn't they listen to me?
Well, Whoa, what's that? You think that's our back scenario? Oh, did you see
Well,
that?
look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their bones.
Who are you?
Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers.
Oh.
How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer?
Well, I wouldn't like to say. Doing a necromancer isn't a very good idea, so that's how you got here then.
You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. How people would track me down just to see what I had for sale.
Get anything left?
Very funny. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any friends around here.
Well, surely there's something you want, though.
I'll tell you what. I appreciate what you're trying to do, so I'll play along. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground.
Not really, but...
Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart.
Okay. Won't be out my way, though.
Odds and ends I've gathered over the years. Well, used to gather, before all this nonsense happened to me. Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. If you have the husks.
I don't have them at the moment, but we'll see.
No husks, no sale. Guess you have some scavenging to do.
Yes, you've got a bit of waiting to do.
I've heard stories about the sword. Never thought I'd see. Sorry.
Keen scenario. Well, that did, but... Okay. Well, more soldiers. Check that over there. Good place. Yeah, let's do that. So I'll try not to wander off. To get lost in here. Awesome. Oh, what do we have here?
Dead!
bit tougher than the other one. Definitely take the ebony arrows, that's for sure. Right, where was I? Oh yes, we're going over there I think, aren't we? Up there, yes. It's easy as to get turned around when you're fighting things.
Leave me be.
Whoa.
Mother? Mother!
It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him. To make everything right.
Wait a minute. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
Would you?
So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
I'm really just here for the Elder Scroll.
Glorious. Serana claims you're her guardian, yet your first instinct appears to be greed. I see that my daughter is still as naive as ever.
There's more to
Serana
it.
has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here, for the Elder Scroll, if you let me explain.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls.
Two?
The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow.
Right.
The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
The blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. So how does Serana fit into this then?
Like myself, Serana was a human once.
Mm-hmm.
We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Well, see, Lamy Bal was actually the first vampire, so I can gather from the book in your laboratory. I don't think she was a willing subject. Serana underwent this ritual willingly, did she?
It was expected of her,
Oh, really?
just as it was expected of me.
Expected.
Being selected as an offering to Molig Bal is an honor.
Oh.
She wouldn't have dared turn her back on that.
Cold Harbour is a realm of Molag Bal, I take it.
It's what some call the domain of Molig Bal. His place in oblivion.
So, what you're saying is the tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
So you're saying Harkon wants to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
We're not going to allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
Well, it's really quite simple. I'll kill Harkin.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
And your daughter's opinion in this?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
Well, Serana believes in me. Why don't you?
Serana? The stranger aligns herself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to her.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known her than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
If you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me. But for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
So do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned.
Ah.
Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
So that's why you didn't come back. Because you got trapped here. Well, okay. So what do I need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
Right, okay. We'll return as soon as we can.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the Cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Okay. So I take it you haven't pursued the prophecy because of your imprisonment.
Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
What sort of attention?
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
So you feel living in the shadows?
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
How did you actually become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
And the bargain was?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
Right, okay, so them tricked you.
The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
And therefore you became trapped here.
Unfortunately, yes. Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
And you're trapped here all this time.
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game. Each watching the other to see which would give in.
Well, I don't know if time travels differently in the Soul Cairn, but it's been quite some time since the last anime. That's all I'm saying. Tell me more about these Ideal Masters.
I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
What do they look like?
Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that.
Probably. Yeah, I would think so as well.
I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
And the crystals.
Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims.
Why would they require sustenance though?
The Ideal Masters' weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining.
Right. And the Masters provide what in return?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra.
Right.
However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters wind up here, as harvested souls.
So, and if I leave here, can I return safely if I ever wanted to? I don't know why, but you never know.
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it.
Yes, it was.
Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
Let's just say it was difficult when I came in here, but hopefully that is right.
Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Right.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
How are you feeling after talking to Valerica?
Relieved, I think. All those things had been building for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her.
Why did you ever agree to a plan, though?
Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them.
It sounds like you didn't like him very much already.
Like I said, we were never very close. Not a lot of father-daughter bonding, if you know what I mean. But once we threw our lot in with Molig Ball, people just don't think about their families anymore. Power takes precedence, he always said.
You were caught in the middle.
I was. Honestly, it took me up until now to figure out that my mother was really just as bad as he was. He was obsessed with power. She was obsessed with seeing him fail. It was just so toxic. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now.
Sounds like we're both being selfish, actually.
Definitely. You must think my life has been so strange. It sounds like your family wasn't nearly as fractured as mine. Anyway, we should keep moving.
Yes, I wanted you to hear that, Valerica. I hope you're gonna take some lessons from this conversation. And if we ever get you out of there, be a bit of a mother to Serana. Right. Let's go and try and kill these things, shall we? It's to an end. Yeesh. Let's start looking, that's the thing. Goodness sake.
the better.